What's up, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and none of the above? This is DL returning to you the KSL Season 5 Trades and Transactions segment for Week 3. I always forget to change the first slide. This is coming out a day late, Scuff Productions, you know how we do here. But, it's okay, it's okay. You got lots of pictures of Bart's. We got some Nitro boosts from some of the coaches on our server. Shout out to Jamesy, Alec G, and also to Eternal Isles, who's a spectator who boosted our server. So we have doubled our capacity for emotes. I've already started adding some cool ones like Quag Perp, Quag Coma, some new animated emotes. I know only the people with Nitro can use those, but the people with Nitro are the people who gave us the server boost, the Nitro boost. So they can enjoy Quag Sprite and Quag Chomp. But Quag Chomp has also become our new server icon, since we can now have an animated server icon, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, good things going on for the league. And let's see the changes that coaches made to their rosters. We saw a lot of changes the previous week, not as many this week, but some interesting ones. For starters, we have Eon and the Runaway Rangers dropping Seismitoad for Swampert. The classic water-ground conundrums. Do you want a potential water immunity? Do you want a rocker? Do you want recovery? In the case of these two, the only real difference is, Seismitoad's faster, has water absorb, but it doesn't have as good of stats, whereas, Swampert just has the better stats overall. And I'm not sure about this change for Eon's team. I definitely see why he opted for a Seismitoad initially. He doesn't have the best water resists on his team, specifically when you think of the move Scald, because his grass type Virizion is primarily a physical mon, though he does have very good Spadef. And then some of his other walls, like Miltank is a physical mon. Hydreigon is an excellent water resist and can take Scald, but doesn't really appreciate the chip damage, particularly if it's running like any set without Roost or like a choiced set. Mon like Torn T really doesn't appreciate being burned. Avalug, another one of his bulkier mons, like another physically biased Pokemon. So I'm not sure about this. I think the water immunity is very helpful, but he's just going for the raw bulk here. I guess he appreciated having like a sturdier fire resist for his team, given the pressure he had to placed on like Flash Fire Chandelure. Probably the rock resist is kind of nice too, since his other rock resists aren't the bulkiest mons, being Mega Mawile and Virizion. Virizion not the best at taking physical hits, so I can definitely see why he went for it, but definitely some considerable downsides to it. So he almost certainly thought through this quite a bit. For the next change, we have Jamesy. JK. I forgot to change. This is terrible. I thought I finished these slides. These are not Jamesy's changes. This is Insanity and the Kettling Reapers making these changes. I do have the Pokemon correct. This is bad. Hey, at least I did my segment. Shout out to Zaberg. Anyways, he's dropping Mega Alakazam and Zangoose, so we no longer have Megazam and Zygarde paired in both Gastro and Quag. And he's dropping those for Mega Sharpedo and Chinchino. This does help his speed tiers a good bit. He didn't have very many fast Pokemon, so the swap from Zangoose to Chinchino is pretty nice. Some more momentum is pretty nice for his Zygarde. Would have been nice for the Megazam as well. But he's going for a very strong cleaner in Mega Sharpedo, and like his primary offense has some pretty good balance breakers in Pokemon like Heatran and Breloom. Chinchino should improve his matchup against offense quite a bit, which I think was probably something he was dealing with quite a bit. And Mega Sharpedo, of course, tears offense to shreds. But I'm not sure how well this will pair with the Zygarde 50% that he has on his team. Because they sort of, like, it does very well with Banded Zygarde, but I'm not sure how well supported a Dragon Dance Zygarde really is for his team anymore. He's got sort of like the Tentacruel and Sylveon to help a bulky set, or and then Mega Sharpedo to clean up for a banded set. But yeah, and bulky grasses overall are looking a lot better against his team. Does he have a? Oh yeah, Mega Zam was his only psychic type, so he's looking, way weaker to fighting types now. I mean, he does have the double poison and Tentacruel and Weezing, but there's a lot of pressure on Weezing to take on fighting types, and it's very, very slow. Lacks reliable recovery outside of like Pain Split. So some significant defensive utility lost there. The extra dark type, I suppose, could be nice for opposing psychic types. Mega Zam's not really a psychic that checks other psychics too well. Yeah, overall, I'm not the biggest fan of these changes. I do like the Cinccino for this team, but he's gonna have, even though Sharpedo does have speed boost, it's not like the best speed tier. So now he caps out with Cinccino at 115. So a lot of like 130s and such can be pretty big issues for his team. And he seems pretty reliant on Mega Sharpedo now for the speed control, which is, I'd say, a less consistent Pokemon than Mega Alakazam. And he doesn't really have the hazard game to support a Mega Sharpedo. I really wish he had spikes on his team to support such a powerful cleaner like that. And then we got the Gastrodon division. And I did remember to put in a name for this slide. So we have Folksy making the remainder of his changes. He changed up his Z-Captains a bit too, making his new Z-Captains Mimikyu and Araquanid, since he dropped Moltres, which was one of his other Z-Captains. So he is dropping 2 of his flying types in Togekiss and Moltres. So it's good that he's dropping his flying types, however, and then he's picking up Mamoswine and Electros. So now his fairy is Mimikyu. So he hasn't lost his fairy typing, which is good. But not the best like dragon check out there. It will help him against being swept, which I think is something that's happened to him a couple times now. Mimikyu is a pretty nice check to just losing on the spot to an offensive build thanks to its disguise ability. Mamoswine is actually a pretty nice pickup for the team, I think. His only ground type was Psydog, which Mamoswine has excellent defensive typing synergy with, although neither really appreciates Scald, obviously, as their physical ground types. The ice typing's pretty nice for Mamoswine and Psydog do a really good job of pressuring each other's checks, pressuring a lot of Celesteela's checks. He wants to run an offensive Celi set. Does give him another Stealth Rocker, which is something he was lacking after dropping Como. And then Electros maintains one of the ground immunities that he's lost, but he does become better against electric types, which I think was one of the big concerns he had for his team after dropping the Como, that he was very electric weak. It's something I pointed out in last week's segment. So I actually kind of like these changes. Eel's a pretty good flying resist as well for the team. Some good momentum, though he does lose good choice users in Togekiss and Moltres, so that is something to consider. Oh yeah, and he loses hazard control as well, as those were 2 of his defoggers. So his removal is pretty bad now. It's Alolan Sandslash and Hitmonlee. Oh, so he doesn't even have any defoggers anymore. He only has Rapid Spin. So his team's going to be pretty vulnerable to spin blocking as well now. Especially seeing as he does have Dark Type. Yeah, he's Mega Gyarados, but spin blocking is going to be pretty bad for him. But yeah, his removal is pretty lackluster, though he gains, I'd say, better defensive synergy for his team. And Mamoswine, he loses Fire type for Moltres. Picking up the second ground type is pretty nice for dealing with a lot of Steel types. Although certain Pokemon like Mega Scizor, for example, are more annoying and threatening for his team, I'd say. So that's going to be all for trades and transactions for week 3 of season 5 of the KSL. Thank you for watching.